So, SmackDown Live officially kicks off the new era with WWE Champion Dean Ambrose. And you had basically the whole roster in the ring. And you had Daniel Bryan and you had Shane O'Mac. And it's like, okay, they want to see who is going to be the next to challenge Dean Ambrose for this championship at SummerSlam. So they propose a couple of things. They propose a six-pack challenge will determine who's going to be the number one contender, and 5 names were announced. There was John Cena, AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Bray Wyatt. And then there was going to be a battle royal to determine the 6th person that was going to be in that match later on in the night to determine who's going to face Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam. Pretty interesting way to start things off. They didn't just name a number one contender. They didn't just put shit together. And I got to applaud both shows for doing that, Raw and SmackDown. Of course, Raw had much more to do because they need a new champion. But SmackDown, they didn't just hand it to anybody. Everybody had to fucking work for it. And even someone was going to pull double duty later on in the night. So the Battle Royal starts immediately. And the Battle Royal, you know, it consists of most of these guys are not even worthy enough to be in a World Championship match. But Apollo Crews ended up winning it. Now, I understand the novelty and you know, the excitement that comes with Apollo Crews, but there's too much missing from him at this time in order for him to win a World Championship. I don't think that trigger is ever gonna be pulled. That's just my opinion. But putting him in the match, I guess it was just for some type of hype and flair. But I didn't see him winning that match later on in the night to go on to SummerSlam. I just didn't see that. So, oh well. He wins the Battle Royal. So Becky gets her revenge against Natalya. I thought this was going to happen at Battleground, but it didn't. And this was a kind of a payback thing, but things are not really settled here because, you know, they tried to make it personal. And Natalya has the greater of the victories at a pay-per-view. So this return match wasn't really a thing to be excited for because, I mean, their feud's going to keep going at this point. Nothing is set. Plus, there's no women's championship on their show. Is there going to be? Who knows? Randy Orton interrupts Miz TV. And, okay. Yes, this interaction, all right. It actually kind of meant something because Randy Orton did deliver an RKO to Jericho at Battleground, and you knew that something was going to happen between those two. And it was kind of funny that Orton challenges The Miz, and Miz backs down, and his wife answers for him. So they have a match in one of the shortest matches ever. Why wasn't it for the IC title? I don't know. Anyway. He actually hits the RKO on him twice, which they're trying to hype up the RKO out of nowhere in order for him to be a threat to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I understand that hype, but I still am not convinced that he's going to match this beast at SummerSlam. I don't see that happening. If Randy Orton beats that beast one-on-one, no interference, no BS. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm completely honest about that. But Orton beats The Miz. That should have happened when Miz cashed in on it, personally. So, you have Heath Slater that comes out, and he was the only one that wasn't drafted. So, of course, he's going to be pleading his case on both shows. That's just a comedy act. He wasn't drafted by either show. That's kind of fucked up, in my opinion. I mean, let's think about that. Remember when you were young and you were playing kickball and you had to pick, or you're a captain and you had to pick. Okay, usually the last person, goes with the team. But fuck, neither show wanted this guy. I mean, they were like, oh no, he's last, but he ain't coming here. No, fuck that. That is fucked all the way up, in my opinion. And then, yeah, he's filler for destruction. That's basically what Heath Slater is for right now. Rhino shows up. So Rhino will be a part of SmackDown now because he was a free agent or whatever. I guess they signed him. And bam, Gore. The Gore is back. And I guess this kind of fits with the rumors that were going around to see who is going to be coming back. Rhino just came from NXT and he's going to be a part of SmackDown. And it has been announced that Shelton Benjamin is returning. He will be on SmackDown. Those two adds onto the roster a bit. And I'm proud of WWE for doing that. Just have them in good matches and in good storylines and give them some fucking titles. Maybe Shelton Benjamin can finally win the big one in the WWE. Maybe they can give it to Rhino somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they could just be like, all right, we're going to give you guys a bone. All right. But I'm glad to see those guys are coming back or are back on the main fucking roster in WWE. I love that. Please keep that going. So now, you have the main event. The six-pack challenge. Now, what's interesting about this is there are a couple of people in this match that either didn't want to win or they couldn't. Cena and Apollo Crews. Cena is like, all right, why would you let him win it and challenge Ambrose? And Apollo Crews is like, no, he's not ready. So those two, as far as I'm concerned, were out. And now you have Baron Corbin. It's kind of the same as Apollo Crews. They haven't hyped him up correctly to challenge any world champion at this time. So he's out. Now you have Ziggler, AJ Styles, and Bray Wyatt. One of them has been world champion before in WWE when there was this. Fine. But, of course, we wanted something new. So, in my opinion, it was either AJ Styles or Bray Wyatt. Bray would have been a perfect fit. AJ Styles would have been great because people want him to become world champion, and I understand it. I understand that. But he has to complete his feud with Cena first. And I think that's why AJ Styles didn't win this match. He forearmed Cena, yeah. He had Cena, but then he got super kicked by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler wins this match, and now Dolph will challenge Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. It looks like how Dolph was being held back is now going to take the place of SmackDown as far as saying, look, he's there to steal the show. He's still the show every night. He's going to get hyped up as a main event player again. And people wanted to see that. Ziggler is not totally washed up. He can still get the job done in the ring. And him and Dean Ambrose, as long as they let both of them go, they can tear the house down. I do wish that it was AJ Styles, but it's not AJ's time yet. And I emphasize that word yet. Not yet. He has to complete this huge fucking obstacle first as far as getting past John Cena. A lot of people think that he's not going to, but he needs to have a one-on-one match, a good match, to settle it all. Let him settle it all. Hey, Anderson and Gallows, they lose on Battleground, but they target the tag team champions, so maybe they'll get their shot. AJ Styles, he will get his, just not now. Ziggler versus Ambrose for the championship. Hey, at least it's not fucking Cena. That's a good thing, right? So, I mean, as far as starting the new eras, Raw and SmackDown Live, both of them are going in the right direction as far as their titles. Of course, they have to make the other one and so on, but at least they're not going to try to plot the same old shit, same old shit, same old shit. I can understand Ziggler. He's already been there. He's already been established, but maybe this is to make up for him not being in the main event for so fucking long because of who else was in the fucking title contingent. And it's like, fine. I accept Ziggler. I don't think he's going to win it, though. So Ambrose can keep it for a while until he gets challenged by someone like Wyatt or Styles down the road. So yeah, drop kicks, body slams, throw motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme. And I'll see you later. Credits.